Hello, you're watching Ball Street Transfer Weekly, presented by Virgin Media.
And let's have a look at the week's transfers, Paul. The rumours at the moment around the mill are Xabi Hernandez and Fellaini going to Spurs.
Strange one.
Well, they need players, so I think there'll be decent signings for Spurs. Jordan Ibe, who you know very well, going on loan to Bolton.
Yeah, very good.
Which is a good move for Bolton, who are struggling at the moment in the Championship. And William Carvalho from Sporting Lisbon, interested parties are Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah, Arsenal, who perhaps need a defensive midfielder.
Definitely need one, yeah. Definitely need one.
Excellent. Well, that's enough about the rumours. Let's move on to the completed deals. We've got Andy Brassell here. First and foremost, DeAndre Yedlin moved from Seattle Sounders to Spurs.
Yeah, a lot of teams in Europe interested in him as well. Of course, he's not going to come over till January 2015 because he's going to complete the MLS season, but he was absolutely terrific in the World Cup. So he's someone that a lot of people have been looking at for a while and they can really work on as well. Very attacking right back.
Yeah, fantastic. And the big move that's come through this week, Marcos Rojo.
There's going to be a little bit of afters on the Portuguese side of it because basically he was 75% owned by an investment company. Rather than give them 75% of the transfer fee, Sporting just want to give them their original investment back. Good luck with that. But that doesn't matter to Manchester United and their fans. What matters to them is he's someone who can play at left back or centre back. Was really improved last season for Sporting. Great for Argentina during the World Cup, and crucially for Van Gaal, looks like he could play on the left of a back three as well.
Yeah, I think that's crucial, isn't it? I mean, Ray, we've already seen Man United. I think if there's an area of weakness in their squad, it's definitely at the back.
Well, I look at the World Cup and Argentina. I watched a couple of games out live in Brazil, and he was fantastic.
Just thought you'd get that in there.
Well, he was fantastic. He'd definitely been a team probably of the World Cup. A left back. He can play one of the centre halves as well. It looks like he might play three at the back, so he'd be perfect for that.
And he can actually pass the ball.
But certainly,
which helps.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly that's the going rate these days. I mean, you look at Luke Shaw as well, £30 million going as a left back, going to Manchester United. So you know, certainly the prices have gone up as defenders. You always thought midfielders and forwards are worth a lot of money, but now defenders are just as worth as much money.
Yeah, being able to play the ball is going to be vital as well. Because you look, if you've got three at the back, it means far more of the possession is going to be around the back, which you need players who are able to cope in those situations. And Man United are going to be pressed a lot more, so having players who can cope with that pressure with the ball at the feet will definitely help. The next move, sticking in the city, Aliquim Mangala gone to Manchester City.
And it's a really, really expensive one.
Again, it was 32 million.
Can they afford it?
More than actually more than that. It looks like because
really?
Porto only owned again any move that's over €3 million in Portugal. They have to announce it to the stock market, so you find out how much it actually is. There's no undisclosed or anything like that. They only own 57% of Mangala, and they got €30 million, which is about 24 million quid for that. So, well, you do the maths. It's not much short of 45 million quid.
You know, they've targeted the area where they struggled last year. Company got injured, centre half. So many different centre halves come into the club. So they're looking at it and saying, this is the area we definitely need to strengthen. So they're going to go out and spend big money, and they have to spend 32 million, and they're not worried about that. So you know, it's a big decision for Manchester City because they've got top class players. And certainly, you know, Company is key for me at the back, and if he can play alongside him, it should be a real good partnership.
Well, he's a lefty. He's head and shoulders the best defender they've got, isn't he? So to have someone in there who can come in and partner with him, or in the absence of Company, who can come in and take that leadership role, be vital to them.
Yeah, that's right. And as Ray said, he's going to fit well with Company because he's a lefty. He can play left back as well. Very strong, very physical. He'll get away with some rough stuff that he didn't in the Portuguese league, in the Premier League, which is quite important. And there's a lot of scope for him to improve. He's not the finished article just yet.
Not the finished article for
32 million.
32 million
or more, possibly.
Okay. Good on you, Man City. Anyway, we're going to be discussing more transfer complete deals next week. If you want to know more transfer rumours, check out the secret ITK segment of this week's show. What do Man United and Louis van Gaal have to do between now and the end of the transfer window?
Bye.